The purpose of this video is to walk the instructor through week 3 of BST 304. So here's week 3, and you got into the rhythm by now, and so will your students. There's the overview page to look at. But this week we get to have our Bible reading, and I'm very excited about this. There is a week 3 Bible reading form for the student, and I'm going to go ahead and click that. This is a Google form that I've given you access to, where the student would come in and put in their first and last name. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine, and then they need to choose which section of BST 304 they're in. So I've included all 3 of your sections. So they'll pick the one. I'll just go with this one. So they pick the one that's theirs, and then they can tick the box to show what they've completed. I did that one. I finished that one. I skipped that one. Hopefully they don't have skipped. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep that one skipped, and then they click the submit button. So how do you monitor this? To do that, you're going to go into your PLNU email, and once there in the top right corner you click those little areas. Well, you know it's easier because I don't think we have forms in here. Oh yes, I do. So there it is. It looks like forms here. If you don't see forms, because I don't know that it's on all of mine, you can just go to Google, but just go out and do a search and say Google Forms, and then you can sign in. But here are all those forms, and I've shared them with you. So you want, that was week 3. So here's week 3. You click on that and it'll open up the form, and right now you're on the questions view, but you want to look at their responses and see what the responses are. So you click the word responses, and there you can see what's your first and last name. Well, Barbara Klett did it, and I can see which section I'm in. Isn't that nice that it's color coded? Lovely. And then I can see what Barbara did. She's done those. Whoops, no response on that question. So she was honest and only did 4 of her readings. So then you need to go into the grades and give points for that. So in the grades area, you want to go to week 3. Week 2 is here, week 3, and this is their Bible reading, daily Bible reading checklist. And then in the cell, you just set your cursor near there, click the little black cloud, it turns blue, go to more details in speed grader, and then you can just put in for Barbara, she got 4 points. Once you hit enter, that's enough, and that's recorded for the student then. And if you want to put a comment, you can. So that's how you give them their points. I'll go back to the grade book so you can see what that looks like. So there's the 4 points. I'll go back into the course home. That's how you check their data. Now I believe you can download this and just search by your group. Let me go here. Aha, here it is. So at the very top of the spreadsheet of the responses, there's a button that looks like this, Create Spreadsheet. So you can come there and create a new spreadsheet or select an existing one. I'll go ahead and create a new one. So I'll create one, and then I could search from this. So this will bring it up in Sheets, which is kind of like Excel, and then I could search by the sections so that I could organize those together. So using your Excel skills, you could put them that way, which might make it easier. Again, this is a bit of an experiment. We'll see how it goes, but I'm kind of excited about it. So I'll go ahead and close that out. And so back at week 3, we had the overview page, and there's the daily Bible reading form. Here is a little hint about the Bible app, and this is kind of an optional thing. Sometimes students like to hear the scripture, like look at it and read it and hear it at the same time, and this explains how they can do that on their devices or on their computer as they like. It's just an optional thing. And then we're back to our content. So again, in week 3 there's content, and they're starting in on Genesis. Now I want to mention these videos from the Bible Project. They are incredible, and they're very short. So on these very short ones, it would be ridiculous to take a note every 2 minutes of the videos. So they only need to have one note per video here. I mean, they can take more, but having 3 notes for a 6-minute video is a lot. But these videos are excellent. Please do take time to watch them. And then the work is the very same. Content and video discussion, just like last week. The video notes assignment, just like last week. The video reference page, let's click on that. Oh yeah, so I collected all the videos in one space just to make it easier for them to find them. So here were their videos. And then this is that daily Bible checklist. They come here and they submit to you, just letting you know that they've completed the form. That's why you don't have to go and check each one of them. So let me show you what that would be like. So I'm now in the course as if I were a student, and here's the daily reading checklist. There they see submit assignment. So I can click that, and then all they're to do is just let you know I submitted my form. They would type it in. And they can say whatever they like there. And then they click submit assignment. And that's going to flag for you in the grades area a little bubble in the grades area so that you can know to go check their work. Now, we'd already graded that. Remember when we went through and graded that already? Well, had I not done the grading already, there you would see a piece of paper instead, and that would let you know Barbara has submitted her reading form, so you could go check the form. I actually just came up with a brilliant idea. Instead of you having to go check those forms, because that's going to take you a lot of time, I told the students to let you know through this submission process that they completed the form, and include in the note if you did complete the Bible readings for the week, so that you could just do the points from that. If a student posts and said, I did complete all the readings for the week, you could just give them 5 points. If you want to check the form, please do. But that way you don't have to go out there and check the form. Sometimes, as long as students think that's what you're doing, that's the important part. It gives them, and we can check them for accountability on that form, but this way it might streamline it for you. And the last thing, this is the first time they've had this, is your personal connection. What they do in that is answer these 3 questions. It's just a connection with their Bible. We're trying to help students see the value of daily reading their Bible and thinking about it not as a task but as a life enriching experience. So that's the point of the personal connection activity. That's week 3.